When it comes to families and just parenting and anime in general, there's just a lot of fucked up shit wrong with it. You either don't have a mom, you don't have a dad, you don't have a family in general, your dad beats you, your mother hates you or left you, or you end up like Naruto with like two loving parents that you've seen before. Or you just, you haven't seen them like Sakura. Well, I actually don't know if that part's true. I don't remember Sakura's mom. Or have we ever seen Sakura's mom? All that being said, Endeavor is probably the worst father that I've ever seen in anime history. In general. Like, I watch My Hero, and I know, like, Endeavor, he's not a good guy. But watching that back, and some of the shit that he said to Todoroki.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Utterly insane, and I just had to talk about that shit. So that's what we're talking about. Endeavor. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, like, I'm still watching it, but like, as far as I remember, we have never like went back into Endeavor's childhood and like really seen what like he went through like as like a kid. And like, we've seen like little snippets of like him and All Might at UA or whatever, like him looking at All Might and being like, yeah, that nigga right there, I'm never gonna be able to catch up to that guy. I mean, it's fucking bro. First off, I don't know why Endeavor thought that he was gonna be able to even step close to All Might in general. His quirk, literally, he cannot go full power or he's gonna overheat. Brother, that fire quirk is cool and all, but the moment you overheat, you're done. You're gonna burn yourself to a fucking crisp. Like, you're gonna be looking like a nice, juicy, buttery, succulent steak. Oh my gosh, I just got flashbacks, bro. I learned how to make steak not too long ago. That's all I've been eating. That shit's fucking great. Anyways, I'm hungry. But like, All Might is on this fucking pedestal that I never understood how Endeavor thought that he was gonna end up overtaking him. I really wish we were able to see like if there was anything like his own parents did to him that just made him that obsessive to like just to want to get over All Might that much. Because like, I just can't fathom, like, you wanted to get over All Might that bad that you sacrificed your fucking family and beat on these niggas in order to like genuinely get one up over All Might. And let's just get into his family. First off, bro, court marriages. That's fucking insane. You're telling me that you sought out your wife who had this ice quirk. You paid, essentially, like, he's got money. So like you paid these niggas to get that quirk. That's what was being like, that was being secretly said. Like, Todoroki was like, quirk marriages, like Endeavor, he was number 2 hero. He got some money, so he's got enough money to be like, hey, let me pay for towards the end, like or not even towards the end, when Todoroki was visiting his mom in the hospital, she was like, yeah, like, Endeavor, he be bringing me flowers and shit, like, every now and again and all that shit. But in the beginning, we don't know if Endeavor really loved that woman for real. He just wanted that quirk. He wanted that quirk. I can't believe I just said that. Like, he just wanted the quirk, and he wanted to create children to surpass All Might, because he knew he couldn't do it, so he was going to pass that burden down to his fucking kids, which is just insane. There was Dabi, his sister, I think, 2 other brothers, and then Shoto, or it might have been one other brother in Shoto. But in general, there was other children before Shoto. They didn't have that mixture. He literally threw them niggas aside. The moment he got Shoto, he was like, oh yeah, nah, like, we gotta get you going, bro. He was putting this nigga through the grinder, bro. And the crazy thing is, he really did not give a fuck about his wife for so long, beating on her, all that shit. Then the moment that she just knew she couldn't take it no more and accidentally spilled some water on Shoto, gave him that mark, Endeavor smacked that fucking shit out of her, put her in a mental hospital. That's fucking insane. Like, that's nuts. Talk about you just damaged my prized possession. Bro, that's your fucking son. What are we talking about? But obviously when there's bad, there is also some good, which is honestly, it's surprising. Like, he did get his redemption arc, once he realized that, like, he got the #1 spot as a hero, he was just like, he was like, damn. Well, 1, he didn't technically earn it. All Might fucking retired, by the way. So, like, that was already on his fucking brain. And then, like, he got that shit. And he was just like, damn, I got it. Really, he got what he wanted, but he still had fucking nothing. You don't have a family to go home to. You don't have, like, you don't have none of that. And I feel like, although he's a terrible fucking father and not a good person, everybody didn't end up forgiving him. If you're one of those older siblings, like, and the ones that really didn't really forgive him for real, it's a lot easier to like understand why they didn't forgive him, because like they were literally there for a lot of the fucking bad. They were the ones that were fucking neglected all the years of their life, and now they're fucking grown ass adults. All of a sudden, Endeavor wants to come back into their life now after he got the #1 spot, and you know, like realize that like, hey, like, you know, I really treated y'all fucking bad. Like, I'm sorry, but you know, I am here. You know, like that's really what he pulled. So like I can understand from that aspect. And like Shoto didn't fully forgive Endeavor. Like he was more so like in the middle. Like his brother Natsu, he was the one that was like, yeah, fuck you, you're not beating my girlfriend, I'm never talking to you again, you know, all that shit. But like Shoto was more so like, yeah, you low-key kind of did beat me, and like, you know, you beat my mom and you neglected my siblings, but like, let me just see what you do though. Let me see if you can be a good father. I'm not gonna forget, but you know, let me just see what you do type shit. That's really what he did. And that I can understand, because it makes sense as the youngest one, and also like the one that was like, you know, he's trying to be a hero, and he has this firework, and he kind of like needs his father to teach him that. So like if Endeavor says like, hey, I can be the father you need now, I know what I did, but I can do better. And Shoto's just like, all right, let me just see that. But you know, I'm not going to forget all that shit, which I think is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm thinking about it more and more now, and then like Endeavor, he's a horrible father. He's a horrible father. Yeah, he started trying, but he started trying at the end of the fucking series. Like he's still a pretty fucked up person. But I can respect that at least he finally understood like where he went wrong, and like he tried to atone for like what the shit that he did. And I can respect that. But he's still a terrible fucking father though. Terrible father and a terrible fucking person. But like, nah, bro, like literally I think I was too young to really like form, because like I wouldn't say young. I just wasn't really paying attention that hard to like how bad of a father Endeavor was, and just how like fucked up of a person he actually was. And then like rewatching it and seeing some of the shit he was saying in real time really just was just like, damn, like I'm really surprised that like, I mean, again, and not all of them forgave him, but just like really seeing like him start like that, and then knowing what he was at the end of his like redemption arc and the end of the story and shit like that, it's really like, damn, like that's low-key great writing. I can't lie. Like he wrote him good. And it's like, we're not even forced to like forgive him, because like literally at the end of the story, one of the kids didn't decide to forgive him. One was still in the middle, you know, like everybody was just like, you know, everybody was iffy. The same thing with the reader. Like we saw where he started and we saw his redemption arc. So it's us as the readers to understand and be like, yo, like, do we forgive him? Do we not? And like, do I forgive him? Would I have forgiven him? Fuck no. I would have been able to like, again, like I can respect that he tried to change, and like he was on the process too. I feel like I would be more so on the line of like trying to like keep my distance, but maybe letting him do his father thing here and there. But like if that was me, if I'm his older siblings, like, and again, I respect Natsu, bro. Like there is just no way I can forgive you and forget the fact that you neglected me all those fucking years. I'm a grown ass man now, and like now you want to come back? It's crazy. It's crazy. But no, I just had to yap about that though, because I just genuinely cannot believe that like I never realized how, not only how bad of a father Endeavor was, but also how like low-key good the writing is to like not necessarily force you to forgive him, but just like, you know, understand it type shit. So that's the yap. That's the little yap session, and I hope you enjoyed that shit. And we're gonna see what I yap about next.